How can I publish my research paper in Scopus/SCIE in the minimum time period? By Dutta at Quora, a study. I would suggest to try these small and effective steps. I published 4 SCIE papers and 6 Scopus indexed papers during my PhD by same process. First, select a topic on which you want to write a journal paper. Select the keywords properly. Then use these keywords to search approx 100 relevant papers from reputed websites like Taylor and Francis, Science Direct, Elsevier, Wiley etc. using Google Scholar by just reading the abstract and then download these relevant papers of authors. Read all the headings of all these relevant research papers to make a title of your journal paper by choosing a catchy title to attract your potential readers. After reading the abstract and introduction of all these relevant research papers thoroughly, you try to frame an abstract in your own language and start writing the introduction where you need to mention all relevant details of your papers which you can cite in your paper and put it under reference. The best thing I can suggest you regarding introduction is to write it in the last after you have finished your results and discussion part. Now the most important part, after shortlisting 10 to 20 papers out of 100 papers which you find relevant, start reading out the mathematical governing equations used in those papers and the different visualization tools and simulators used by all these research papers to see if you can use any of the tools to do your numerical or experimental work related to your journal paper which you want to publish. Finally, you can read the results and discussion part of the relevant journal papers, but it is recommended to write it in your own language as much as possible to establish your experimental findings. Before starting, it is also highly recommended to validate your method from a previous highly cited paper to make your credentials look highly acceptable. Finally, you conclude your journal paper with conclusions, and if you require you can mention about future work too, but it is not mandatory. Further look into the Scopus or SCIE journal where you want to publish and read the author section to know more about reference style, page length, abstract word size and details. This varies from journal to journal. When you are satisfied with your work, use an English language tool to make your paper error-free in terms of grammatical mistakes. This is very important, and most journal papers get rejected on this basis. Your paper must report novel and new results to get it noticed and published in SCIE journal. If you maintain these small steps, your paper will get accepted in least time in any journal of repute. Remember to check out the journal about the time it takes to bring out the first decisions. This also varies from journal to journal. After submitting, wait patiently for the editor to reply you back. Generally they will reply you within a month or maximum 3 months. In the meantime, never send the same paper to a different journal.